Castle Rock Episode 5, The Laughing Place, is arguably my favorite episode of television in 2019. Holy shit, is this a fantastic, amazing episode that is absolutely heartbreaking. Now, I will say, obviously spoilers, I feel like I'm half right on my prediction because her dad in this is Paul Sheldon. Okay, he may not have his name, and it might not play out like the events of the book Misery, but come on, her dad is fucking Paul Sheldon. The relationship they have, the number one fan, he's a writer, she becomes obsessive with his work, you know, all of that stuff. He's fucking Paul Sheldon. And that's the guy that's dead. Now, where I did not expect, and not even close, that Joy is not her daughter, it's actually her sister. Oh, wow, that was a plot twist I did not see coming in the slightest. Not even sort of. Although, you know, she would have had to be very young. The actress that plays Annie in this is gorgeous, young and gorgeous. Like, not that you can't be gorgeous when you're older. I don't even know why I said gorgeous. I just want to point out that she's gorgeous, because she is gorgeous. Although she is awkward as fuck in this show, so she's not as gorgeous as she would be in normal life. But man, what a plot twist. Holy shit, that really threw me. As soon as I saw the tutor pregnant, I was like, oh shit, I know what's happening here. Like, instantly clicked in my head, like, oh my god, wow. This episode is incredible. This episode is just so fucking good. Wow. I was absolutely blown away. This reminds me of last season with the Sissy Spacek centered episode where her acting is out of control. I think it was episode how many episodes were there last season? 8 or 10. It was like an episode or two before the finale. But man, this episode really is top-notch, top-tier level, best of television. This is as good as TV gets right here. Everything about this episode was masterful, in my opinion. I'm curious on if people are sharing this sentiment. I don't know, but I thought this was just amazing. So, all right, let's talk about it. Now, we find out that Annie was or is dyslexic. I don't know if you ever overcome dyslexia. I think that's a forever thing. I don't honestly know. I've never even honestly thought about it until right now. Do people overcome dyslexia, or did they just learn how to live with it? They can't reverse it, right? I don't even know what honestly it is. It's a mental disorder that you mix up letters and see them in different... I honestly don't even know. Growing up, you always know dyslexia as like writing things backwards. But that is an oversimplification, I have no doubt. And that's not even close. And the way she sees her letters when she's looking at the page... That's not the way I envisioned it as a child, of course, nor have I really investigated much into dyslexia. So I'm not all that familiar with it. And someone will tell me now that wasn't even dyslexia. They'll say it was some other kind of learning disorder, and I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about once again. But whatever it was, she has got horrible trouble reading, and her mother is kind of the personification of what Annie ultimately ends up becoming, which is a... wannabe murderer. I guess her mom tried to murder her, but also is that pretend goody two-shoes and has stole a few of her catchphrases to bring into her own life. The upbringing that she has these violent tendencies. She's sociopathic. I mean, she is just on the edge of snapping at all times, and she's prone to violence at the drop of a hat. The shit she does to people. Now, some kids calling you a tard in school and blocking your way on the school bus. I don't want to say I condone certain, okay, I will say I straight up condone certain violence. That kid deserved to have his fucking head hit with a lunch pail. Okay, no. Some kid who's going to stand up in front of everybody and call somebody a tard and all that shit, and belittle this young little girl like that, he deserves to have his head kicked. His head kicked in. I don't mean dead. He doesn't deserve to die. But he definitely deserves to have his ass kicked, because let me tell you, the next time he thinks to go do that, he won't. He'll be like, never mind, I'm done with this. That will correct that behavior. Somebody like that needs their ass kicked. So, but I get the school can't have that kind of stuff. Who knows where she's going to do it next, and there'd be lawsuits up the wazoo. So I get it, but I'd give her a damn high five for that one, honestly. And the dad and her's relationship is, I've said it a million times, I'm always going to have a bias towards dad and daughter relationships. I also have a broken home. The mother of my children and I aren't together. And, this episode really hit me emotionally. There were moments where I was legit teared, like full on. I was like, fuck, man. The separation, especially when Annie has her breakdown, when she finds out that her dad is leaving. And she's like, is it me? Oh my God. Because you never want your kid to feel like it's their fault. It's not their fault. And they're so young, you can't convey it to them the way you want to properly. So you feel like this monster, like, oh my God, why couldn't we make it work? Why do we have to put her through this? And that really, really resonates with me. And just that connection they have. Man, do I buy this relationship. This little actress here, she's not really that little, but this young actress here, she is fantastic. And the dad, and then the woman who plays the tutor, who I recognize from 11/22/63, another Stephen King adaptation from Hulu as well, and from J.J. Abrams as well, who is stunningly gorgeous. And I don't know if I buy her and the dad, but everybody likes what they like. That's who am I to judge? But yeah, as soon as you see her pregnant, you're like, oh my God, that's Joy. She's gonna kill them. The Ravaging Angel that she takes is the book that he's writing. This and that. Oh my God! So she kills over a novel, just like in Misery. This is such a great spin on the Misery story, and then kind of blending it into elements from Needful Things and Salem's Lot. God, this season so far, please have a solid ending. Please. I did not care for the ending of the first season. I want this to just kind of continue to keep escalating and getting better and better and better. Such a damn good season. This whole season's been fantastic so far. And yeah, the dad is very adamant that he doesn't want to medicate her, and ultimately this is kind of his fault. Now, it's tough with this kind of stuff because he's clearly so unhappy with the mom. Now, he's kind of an asshole though as well, because he's living his dream while living in her house for 12 years, I think is what she said, and she's supporting him as he packs garlic into boxes at night, and she is working all day every day trying to freaking keep them afloat. She seems like a dreadful woman though. I mean, all that aside, I know that you're supposed to have your loyalties and respect and this and that, so I completely get that. I am on the side of that for sure, but she does seem dreadful, and he should have left. But he was obsessive with his work, and for 12 years of writing that novel, that thing is tiny. That thing was very small when he was passing it out. I was like, that's it for that much work? Holy shit. And then, yeah, I mean, he should have known the backlash that was coming. When he dedicates that shit to Rita, and it says my laughing place, that was a dick move. Okay, one dad to another, that was bullshit. I don't know if you deserve to die. That's a little extreme, but dude, I wouldn't blame her for never speaking to you again. How could you do that to her? You know that's her thing. Like, you know that's your guys' thing, and you know how sensitive she is, and you know how much she looks up to you, and especially after her mother tried to murder her and she's already mentally unstable, and you genuinely love her. He definitely loves her. I'm not going to say he doesn't. He definitely loves her. But he does choose his wife over her. Or his girlfriend or whatever. I don't know if they ever get married. But yeah, he does the wrong thing. Or when she finds out that they've been, cheating and lying and all that, she freaks out because that's not proper to her. And we know Annie Wilkes, these dirty birdies, man, they got to go down. So yeah, I mean, I feel for her, and she doesn't want to kill her dad. She just gets mad and pushes him, and he falls and he impales himself. Holy shit, man, that's so brutal. And he's just bleeding out, and he's just sitting there. And then she goes after Rita, and she stabs her with a pair of scissors a bunch of times, and yeah, that's a brutal scene. And you just flash forward to the beginning of the show with her and the baby in the box and all of that. And then boom, another plot twist. Rita's alive. And she's been looking. You see on the board behind her, she's been searching for her kid. And here her child calls her. Joy just called her mom. She doesn't even know this is her mother. That had hit me in the moment. I was like, oh shit, that's her mom. That's right. Holy crap. Oh, Jesus, this is who she's been looking for. Just called her. Wow, it like all hit me like in a, it took like 2 seconds to kind of connect, but I was like, oh wow, that's right. This is her daughter. And this, because I've had it as Annie is her mother this whole show. And then it's like, oh no, Rita's her mother. And so when she calls her, it's like, hey, you been looking for me? Because here I am. So man, she's going to give her the details here. She's going to come out to Castle Rock, New Jerusalem, wherever the hell they are. And shit's going to get real, man. I am excited for this. The face off to see Rita and Annie, lock eyes for the first time, and with Joy being there and having to find the truth. Oh man, this is so good. What a great setup too. This, not only is this a fantastic episode in every stretch, but also in addition to that, what a fantastic setup for events to come. And then freaking Ace sits right down next to her and is just like, yo, what up? Oh man, am I ready for the next episode? I have not been ready for the next episode of this show like this. This is like the episode where I was like, give me that next episode right now. Right now, I need it. So anyone else get that excited about this episode? Anybody else loving this shit? Because man, am I a happy camper right now with this show. If for some reason anyone isn't watching this show, demand that they watch it right now. It is so damn good. So anyways, as you can see, I'm pretty excited about this one. Hopefully you guys share my enthusiasm. I'll see you in the comments.